Well, if you've just tuned in, you're watching the program Sports Desk, and let's take a look at happenings in the world of football in Europe before we come to the Super Eagles. And while Victor Osimhen is back home in Nigeria, reports has it that Osimhen may have changed agents, and this could mean he is ready for a big move. Well, Peter Ije joins me. He's a coach. One who started his football career in Nigeria at Jegunle precisely, but then he went to play at the highest level, even down at the green and white color of Nigeria. Peter Ije, it's nice to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me today again.
Well, Peter, I have a question to ask, which is very, very important, most especially for our viewers. In a transfer window opening, when players change their agents, does this mean that the player is ready for a move, or what could it mean?
Yeah, player changing agent, it means other agent is bringing a more palatable offer than the one the player has before. And, agency is all about connections and networking. So it depends on how good your agent is, how interconnected he is or she is. That is the way and the best way to facilitate any transfer and future transactions. So changing agent at this point, it means he's thinking something different, or maybe this new agent is bringing a good deal, that is more better than the one he has before.
While the Super Eagles are in Lagos preparing for the game against Sierra Leone, Victor Osimhen is also in the Super Eagles camp, and as we speak, they are training. But we understand that Osimhen has changed agents, which means that the law of Paris Saint-Germain or Chelsea Football Club could just become a reality. Should this be the case, will you support him to indeed move to the French champions, or indeed Chelsea?
I think when you live when the ovation is loud, but also the striking position is more of one has to really really dig deep and see that where you're going, the players you have there for the supplies of the ball, they are available to service you. Just like what he has in Napoli. They understand how he plays, and he has been there for a while, so he has this confidence. Even when he's injured, coming back, he can come back and still score goals. So it's not the same when you go to a new club. The first wave of pressure is the first 5 games. When the goals stop coming, then you begin to ask yourself, do I make a wrong move or do I make the right move? So going to Chelsea or Paris Saint-Germain, I think, Paris Saint-Germain has this flair of players and experienced players that can supply him the ball from the midfield. We know Chelsea is all about clinical football when it comes to playing, except they will have to recruit more creative midfielders and wingers for him to operate. So 50-50, you never know what's going to happen. But I believe the best transfer bid will take the day.
Interesting. Now, the Eagles should be departing the shores of the country tomorrow for the battle in Moronvia, Liberia, where they take on Sierra Leone at 5 p.m. on Sunday. Guinea-Bissau currently top the group, but then a draw will be good enough for the Super Eagles and Guinea-Bissau to qualify. Playing in Liberia, should this be an advantage for the Eagles and in a period where you expect transfer for some of the Super Eagles key players? Kelechi Iheanacho, who got relegated with Leicester City, Wilfred Ndidi, who also got relegated. Will this moment be a distraction to them?
Definitely to be a distraction because football, when it comes to the transfer window, mostly when a player and his team is struggling and players are contemplating on changing teams, a lot of things comes up. Agency, clubs, contacts, a lot of distractions comes up. So now it boils back to the psychology of the player and also psychology of the team in order to how can the coaches, the technical crew, harness and cohesively so that all those distractions won't be for the game itself, so that the player will be able to concentrate and give out their best. And at this point, when there is distraction, players want to play alone and play for themselves. This is where discipline and professionalism comes in. That it's good to be a good player for a game, but also you can win a championship with a team. So that is when psychology of a team building, comes in, and the player are able to accept that, adapt to that, and work with that and run with that with a victory. So playing in Moronvia is home again, home away from home. Likewise, the Sierra Leone, they're not playing in their home ground. So I would say it's a neutral match, of which the best team will take the day.
Well, Peter, you've shared your experience with us as a player, someone who has been there before, what the transfer window would mean to players at this point. Let's get your experience as a coach now. Let's start from that. Jose Peseiro is the manager of the side, and come the end of June, his contract with the Nigeria Football Federation will come to an end. Going into this match, do you think it will also affect the psyche of the coach?
Yeah, it will affect the psyche of the coach, because even when during playing days, and also a coach, when your contract is coming to an end, you begin to think what is next. So the only thing that will make a difference is when you're able to evaluate the number of games you have played and the wins you've made, and also the challenges that comes after it. And also, if you have contacts, that, okay, there is a tendency of the coach having a better team later on. So at least that will ease a little bit, pressure. But football, you're as good as your last game, as they always say. So it depends. It all boils back to the NFF and the technical department, what they really want for the future of the game and for Nigerians. Is it good enough to take Nigeria further? What are the evaluation rates so far? What is the framework for the future? Not only the Eagles, the under 23, the under 20, and the under 17, or the Chan Eagle. What is the framework for development? All those things have to be put into consideration so that Nigeria can move forward from this.
Okay, Peter J, I must say very big thank you for finding out time to talk to us and share your thoughts with us on the Super Eagles all the way from Sweden.
Yeah, thank you very much.